44 gang, what is going on, man? It's your boy Hemiwife44 back with another banging video for y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button right now. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all go to Hemiwife44.com. Get your merch. You know, we got hoodies too, as y'all see on my picture back there. We got a lot of stuff, y'all tap in. We're gonna get straight to what this video is about, because I'm kind of excited about this one myself. This is something I feel like everybody has been waiting on. Everybody has been hearing about, and everybody been kind of back and forth on, is this really gonna happen? Is Dodge really going electric? Are they getting rid of the Hellcats? Are they getting rid of the Scat Packs and all that? So it is finally official. Finally official, man. They will be doing away with all your Hemis, your all that. They going electric, man. They going EV. They trying to pretty much keep up with what's going on. Everybody's going electric. Like, everybody's going electric, man. You know, I mean, it's just a new way to go from what everybody's saying. It's just a new way to go. So we're gonna talk about this 2024 Dodge Charger SRT Daytona Banshee, or Dodge Charger Daytona SRT Banshee. You know what I mean? I don't know. Either way, it's the same car. We're here to talk about that today. I'm gonna get my thoughts on it. Y'all make sure y'all comment below. Let me get y'all thoughts on it. Now I'm setting up right here because I'm actually looking at this. I'm gonna be looking at this with y'all so we can talk about this together. You know what I mean? First thing first, man. Just the whole look of the vehicle. You know what I mean? When I first seen this concept, I was like, I don't know about this, man. I'm not a big fan of what I seen previously. I'm not a big fan of, from what they showed before, I don't know, maybe I didn't see enough of it, or maybe I didn't know enough about the vehicle. But now I know a lot more, and my thoughts has changed on that. You know what I mean? So as we look at this vehicle, let's just take a look at this. To me, it's pretty much, it's a Charger, but it's the two-door Charger. You know what I mean? It's a two-door Charger, and just looking at the front of it, man, it kind of resembles the old Charger, and I believe that's what they goal was, to put a little bit of that old Charger look into it. As you can tell, like, it's not just the front. The fact that they even made the vehicle wider. This is like a wider vehicle. It's not a wide body, considerably be called a wide body, but it is wider. You know what I mean? They made this vehicle wider. The front end kind of resembles the old Dodge Charger. If anybody know what that old Dodge Charger look like, some of y'all just might be too young. I actually like it. At first I didn't, but now that I know more about the vehicle, I actually like the vehicle. It looks good to me. A few things about it. First off, the Banshee. Let's talk about where the Banshee name came from. It's just like your SRT, your Hellcat, your Red Eye. It's a performance. It's a performance name. Now the thing is, nobody knows what that horsepower is going to be yet. Dodge know, but we don't know what that horsepower is going to be yet. Nobody even knows the weight of the vehicle yet. But as far as the horsepower wise, and as far as the speed of the vehicle, will it be able to compete with the Hellcat? It will be faster than the Hellcat. It'll be quicker, and mainly because it's I just can't say necessarily it's because of the power that it's gonna be putting out, but it's definitely because of more features or more different things that's been changed, as far as the interior, the seats, the interior seats and stuff like that is lighter, they thinner, which makes for less weight. The more weight, the slower the car be. So you remove stuff out the car to make the car faster, right? So therefore, it's the same as far as if you got 4 seats in both cars, just make these lighter. That's less weight reduction. You know what I mean? Makes the car, you know what I'm saying, a lot easier to pull. You know what I mean? So that's one reason. Another reason is all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive cars are amazing feeling to me. I done been in a few of them, and I love it, man. It's a different pull from the line. You know, it's a different lunch. You can feel it. I like that. Also with the transmission, man, the transmission, it's a multi-speed transmission called the Erupt. The Erupt transmission is a multi-speed transmission. What I'm excited to see about this transmission, man, is the fact that it has a power shot button. That's something that I've never heard of. Something that's obviously new, but it has a power shot button. What it does is it's a button on the steering wheel where you hit that button and it gives you, it's almost like a nitrous button, if you want to call it that. It's just a button you hit and it gives you more horsepower right then to that's the best way to explain it. Nitrous button, man. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what it is. Those two things I'm really interested in. Seeing how fast the car is and experiencing that power shot button. That's something that I would really be interested in seeing how that works. Dodge really did their thing for this to be their first electric car and for it to look the way it looked. Now, mind you, this is a concept. This is a concept vehicle, so when the real vehicle come out, it could have slight changes, this and that, but for the most part, it's gonna look exactly like this one. But they could change little stuff, you know what I mean, stuff like that. But this is just a concept. But like I said, it looks amazing, man. It looks amazing to me. I think Dodge gonna really sell a lot of these. A lot of people gonna like them. Y'all gonna see these on the street. I don't know if I'm gonna get one. I don't know, cause I don't know. I might wait, cause y'all know, if anybody that's new to my channel, I was thinking about getting something else. I'm not gonna say it, cause that ain't what this video is about. But back to what I was saying, the outside of the vehicle, man, with the wheels, man, they went with, you know, Dodge typically go with 20-inch wheels on most of the power cars for SRTs. Now you got your older V6s and GTs. Some of those had, you know, 17-inch wheels, stuff like that. But for the majority, the majority of the RTs, majority of the SRTs, Scat Packs, Hellcats, they all had 20s. On this vehicle, they doing 21s, which is different. 20, like, and another thing, if y'all didn't know, 20, any odd number wheel is always gonna be higher than an even number, because an odd number is rare. Like, you always hear people say, I got 20s, I got 22s, I got 24s. You don't hear people say, I got 21s, I got 23s, I got 25s, I got some 27s. So when you hear that, those are rare. So what makes it expensive is the fact that people don't have that. So when you do need it, they gonna make sure you pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why that stuff is higher. But not a lot higher, but it is a price difference. So you gotta take that into consideration too when you hear stuff like, oh, they got 21-inch wheels. So when you have a flat, just know that tire might be just a little bit more than what you used to paying. You know what I mean? Still has the 6-piston Brembo. That's the same. I like the way they did the back on it. The back is like, I don't know, it's just I don't know, that's where you can really tell that it's a wider vehicle. If you look at the back, I like how they did the whole like rectangle-like design, stuff like that. And it's just, well, you know what? The only thing I don't like about the back is I'm not a fan of vehicles that don't have spoilers on. Like, for example, the Corvette, the C8. I can't stand those cars without a spoiler. They look the worst to me. And that and I mentioned that because looking at the back of this concept right here, it actually kind of put the Corvette in my mind when I look at that. Like, it just looked like a flat back, like a flat trunk. I've never been a fan of that. But I'm pretty sure it'll be accessories and stuff you can add. You know, people gonna come out with stuff like that. So it is a hatchback, but it's not your average hatchback. You know what I mean? Most hatchbacks, you can look at it, it's like, this one don't look like a hatchback. As y'all can see, it actually looks like a two-door coupe. You know what I'm saying? It don't look like a hatchback. The outside of the vehicle looks good, and the front of the vehicle, they have something new called the R-Wing on the front, where it has two vents. I ain't gonna say vents, but two holes in the front for aerodynamics. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's what that is. A lot of people, I've already seen people like, why they do that? I don't like the front. Me personally, I like the front. But you gotta know, anytime you see stuff like that on cars, all it adds to the performance of the vehicle. It's always a reason. You know what I mean? A lot of people be like, oh man, why did they think of that, or how did they think of that? That looks crazy, or it looked good. But what you don't know is most of that stuff is for performance reasons. That's why you see that stuff on these faster cars. You know what I mean? You don't see all that extra stuff on these, Honda Accords or on these other, you know what I mean? You don't see that type of stuff. They have those same type of thoughts, but it's pointless to put that on a car because it's not a fast car. So if you notice, all this stuff is on muscle cars, stuff like that. So you gotta know it gotta be for a reason. And that's the reason for aerodynamics. It lets air travel through, creates more downforce and all that good stuff, man. Y'all just gotta know all that. It's always a reason. But in this situation, the R-Wing actually looks good to me. I actually like it. You know what I mean? Me personally, I like it. Brief interruption to this video, man. I wanted to show y'all this new device called the App Box. It pretty much allows you to be able to watch TV. Anything you can do on your TV at home, you can now do from your vehicle radio, as long as you have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and you have to have some type of Wi-Fi from your phone or from the vehicle, like a hotspot, something like that. But yeah, you can go to YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Prime. You can, whatever you can do on your TV or whatever app you can download, watch on your TV, you can now do it in your car. It does work while the vehicle is in motion, although I do not recommend it, but it does work. So make sure y'all go to the appboxllc.com, use promo code Hemiwife44 for your discount, man. You will not regret it. Y'all get it now. I'm not a huge fan of, but I commend Dodge on this. Dodge is the first company to ever have electric car with exhaust. You know what I mean? This car has exhaust. I'll let y'all hear it in the clip. This car has exhaust. Now, me personally, the exhaust don't sound what we used to, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna say it sounds bad, but it's just not what we used to. I'm pretty sure after a while, everybody get used to it and stuff like that. It won't be so bad, but I feel like because it's new and it don't sound exactly how that V8 used to sound, it's gonna be some people talking down on it. Even when I first heard it, I kind of feel like it sounded like a cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't really sound like mean. It just sounded like you trying too hard or something like that. But it wasn't that bad. It just wasn't what we was used to. It wasn't what I was used to for as exhaust. You know what I mean? But I gotta commend Dodge on that, because for that to be the first exhaust ever on a electric car, it don't sound bad at all. For that reason, in that purpose, you know what I mean? I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I love to hear it in person. I haven't heard it in person. You know, everything sounds different in person. Everything looks different in person. I love to see this car in person and review it and all that good stuff. So Dodge, if you ever see this video, y'all know how to reach out to me before. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can reach out to me again if y'all want me to review this vehicle. You know, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I fly out there myself. You ain't gotta fly me out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, if you want to fly me out, you still can. But so let's get a little bit into the interior, man. The interior, it's different. It's like I've never seen an interior like this. You know, I will say this: the interior of this vehicle kind of puts you in the mind frame of like Tesla. And I only say Tesla because Tesla is the other most popular electric car. And when I first got into Tesla, it was more like, man, it ain't nothing but a steering wheel in here. Like, that's all it is just a steering wheel. It ain't no dash, it ain't no gear shifts, it ain't, like, it's just a steering wheel. Like, it looks weird. But this one actually has more. This one actually has a 12-inch screen instead of the previous 8.4s, you know, the 10s in the Durango, you know, the 12s, the 12 long ways in the Dodge Ram. This one has a 12 horizontally, 12-inch. The Dodge Ram is vertically. This one is 12 horizontal. You know what I mean? And it looks amazing, man. Looks real good, and it actually faces the driver, which I liked that. When I got into the C8 Corvette, I noticed that, and I really liked it. It's more focused. It's more driver friendly. Like, don't nobody touch my radio but me type. you know, type vibe. I like that. But to get back to what I was saying on how it looked as far as the inside, man, it kind of reminds you of a Tesla in a way, because it looked like it's a lot less going on the inside versus what, you know, the typical Dodge Charger look like on the inside. You know what I mean? Even though it's got the steering wheel, got the radio, got the gear shift down there, it still looks like it's a lot less going on. The steering wheel actually is a lot thinner. It's a lot thinner than the previous steering wheels, but it's kind of still made in that same shape. You know what I mean, with the flat bottom. But it's a lot thinner, so it's gonna feel a little different. But overall, the whole cockpit of this, man, I like it. I like the lighting process in it. Like all the lighting that they have, man. Even on the dash, you got the light that runs all the way across the dash with the Daytona lit up. You got the Daytona lit up on the little dash and stuff like that. What y'all didn't notice, or probably what y'all didn't know about this, is the back seats actually fold down. You know what I mean? The back seats fold down to create more trunk space, which, like I said before, it's a hatchback. It don't look like it, but it's a hatchback. So the back seats fold down. That way you get more trunk space. I actually like the head, like the what do you call it? The hood, the heads up display, the dash, whatever you want to call it, man. I actually like how it is. It actually sits on the dash. You know what I mean? It actually sits on the dash. It's not into the dash, like, you know, like it normally is. It actually it's like a display that's sitting behind the steering wheel. But overall, bro, it looks good to me. It looks good. You get the whole top of the car is panoramic, man. You can see through the top of the just like a Tesla, stuff like that. You can see through the top of the roof. You know what I mean? You can see through the top of the roof. So panoramic roof, and you still getting your carbon fiber. They still putting carbon fiber in certain spots in this vehicle. You should have knew. You know what I mean? That wasn't going nowhere. You know what I mean? That wasn't going away. You still got the pedal shifters in the same spot where they normally would be on the other Chargers and Dodges. They still right there. Overall, I like the vehicle, man. I like it. It looked dope to me. I would love to see how it's gonna go for as them making let's say like a 4-door car in this type design, or the next 4-door car that they gonna get. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know, but this one right here actually looks real good to me, man. I'm definitely interested in getting one of these. It depends on, I first off, obviously, I gotta see how much it is. You know what I'm saying? They come talking about them 200,000. Let me tell you something, Dodge. Y'all gonna keep that, the 200,000, and what I'm not gonna pay. You understand me? But it is, overall, it's a nice vehicle, man. It's a nice vehicle. Dodge, welcome to the EV, you know what I mean, community. Electric vehicles, man, we are now tapped into that, and I love to see how it is driving an electric vehicle with an exhaust sound behind it. You know what I mean, with exhaust and still getting all that power. I honestly don't think it'll feel the way it felt in like the Hellcats, the Scat Packs and stuff like that. That's what made those cars so special, the fact that they actually felt like muscle cars. Like, you got your Camaros, you got your Corvettes, you got all these, you got your Mustangs, you got all these fast cars, but none of them feel like the Hellcat, man, or the Scat Pack for that matter. None of them feel. That's what made those cars so special. The fact that they felt like you felt the muscle when you was driving it. It felt like a muscle car driving it. Those other cars don't feel like that. The other cars, they fast and they nice. I like them too, but I'm just showing y'all the difference between, you know what I'm saying, what made the Dodge Charger so special, man. It wasn't just the look, it was the driving ability of it, like what it felt like. Now, obviously, it didn't handle good around, it didn't handle like those other cars around curves because it was a heavier car. And some of those other cars sit a little lower, you know what I mean? But it was still the best. Like, Dodge took over with it. I don't think that's something that could be argued. Like, everybody wanted a Hellcat, everybody wanted a Scat Pack. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so y'all get in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the new 2024 Daytona Dodge Charger Daytona SRT Banshee, man. Don't forget it is a Daytona. Y'all know what's out there in that garage. It's Daytona, man. You understand me? That's one reason why I don't want to get rid of my car, man. That Daytona is gonna be that Daytona is gonna be a classic. It's gonna be a classic, man. That car gonna be worth something, especially they ain't making them no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's one reason why I don't want to get rid of that car. You know what I mean? But yeah, the Daytona started out. If y'all didn't know, the Daytona was the first car, the first Charger to do 200 miles, break 200 miles on the track, 200 miles per hour on the track. That's why they brought back the SRT Daytona Charger. Just go back to 1979, you know what I mean? Like, is it 1979? It was somewhere around there, I don't know, man. It was back then. I wasn't born, but it was back then. You know what I'm saying? When the Dodge Charger, first car to do, you know what I'm saying? The NASCAR to do 200, break 200 on the track, man. Y'all don't get it twisted, man. That Daytona something serious. But, yeah, man, that's going to be a wrap for this video. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, and browse, man. We're going up all 2022. Trans Am content is on the way. Y'all stay tuned. But I had to go on and drop this for y'all, man. This was very important. So y'all make sure y'all tap in to the website, get your merch, get your hat, support. You know what I mean? But we out of here. Y'all know how I end all my videos. In the meantime, in between time, to the next video, holla at your boy. I am out. Yes, sir.